Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning to the Street 91.9 FM. Good morning to everyone who has joined us again. We are on Mondays to Thursdays from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. and we start, as is not just custom, but as is necessary, with praise to our Creator, the Creator of all things, me and you, blue, green, black, white, purple, whatever exists, the Creator of all things. And we give Him thanks for another day. We pray for that strength to continue to do what is right and to stop ourselves from doing that which is wrong. We pray for that guidance, right? That guidance, that ability to encourage and enjoy what is good, and that guidance and strength to change what is wrong and to improve ourselves. So, special good morning to everybody on the road, right? It's not Monday and Tuesday Carnival, Monday and Tuesday, right? On the road, driving to work. Those in that terrible traffic, that is a daily commute, right? My sympathies are extended to you, as an hour or 2 hours in your life is killed. You die slowly in that traffic, right? My condolences to you for that period of time. Use it wisely for those who are traveling with their loved ones. 91.9 FM, tune in. You would have something interesting, hopefully substantial, something of substance to listen to and also partake in. Feel free to call in. Alright, 3420081 4665391. I hope that one working. Something of substance to listen to with the family, with the children, with your loved ones, your colleagues, maybe you're carpooling to come to work. And spend that time as best as possible, sharing ideas, having a nice conversation, maybe interacting, imparting on each other whatever good and substance and knowledge that you can impart on the youth. We will deal with that whole traffic situation at some point in the future. It amazes me that sometimes when we get accustomed to things, we just play it off as it is what it is. It's a norm, and we don't make the suitable decisions to end the problem, which can be ended. But we'll deal with that on another day, and all the little strategies that we could employ, and some of the bigger ones that are necessary if we are building a strong society. If we want to save lives, if we want to save the lives of individuals, because time is life, if we want to save people's time on the road and get them to their destination so that they could deliver, so that they could study, prepare themselves. A lot of people going to school as quickly and as safely as possible. As economically sustainable as possible, as environmentally sustainable as possible. If you all understand the fuel that is wasted, the exhausts from a whole hour or two extra by thousands of cars, tens of thousands of cars on the road that didn't need to be lingering on the road for 2 hours for such a long period of time, you all would be amazed. If you all understand how much 2 hours, sometimes going and coming, right, is in your life when accumulated over 7 days, well, 5 if it's just work days, over a lifetime, 5 by 365 by, the span of your life. Average in Trinidad maybe 70 something. We have a pretty decent life expectancy multiplied by 2 hours or 3. But we touch on that on a later day. And we ask people to be careful on the road as well. To be extra vigilant on the roads of Trinidad and Tobago, right? Pay attention to what is going on. We know that we are in this time where people they consume alcohol, probably more than other times, and accidents are more numerous. So we all have to be a little more vigilant and try to do the things that will prevent us from being in that situation, right? If you are going to drive, you've said it a million times already, to consume the alcohol, right? And if you want to drink or whatever else, designate somebody who is sober to drive. It just doesn't mix, right? At nights now, you have to be extra cautious. There are intersections where even though your light is on green, still take a look. Take a stop sometimes for the blind ones that you are approaching, because they have some blind intersections to some extent where you don't see. Because sometimes people feel that it's early in the morning, whatever, or late at night, and no one is on the road and they could break a light or something. Sometimes they're intoxicated as well. All sorts of reasons. So the extra caution could save a life and save damage and cost and all sorts of other things as well. Pay attention. Sleep is a tremendous thing. The natural needs of a human being are powerful factors. And when your eyes want to close on you because you are deprived of the sleep that you need, your body needs, it is going to close. So you might be safer pulling aside somewhere and taking a little nap, right? You weigh that out in your mind. I don't want to be responsible for where you pull over if something happens. So I put in a little disclaimer there. Be also cautious with where you're pulling over. Do a risk assessment, right? Pulling over and taking a rest. Or me falling asleep at the wheel and maybe not waking up and causing somebody else to not wake up as well, right? So let us be vigilant, let us be cautious, right? So I say that, and we will probably go back on the topic at some other point, just as a word of caution to my fellow Trinbagonians, right? What I wanted to really touch on this morning, and I spoke about this excellent 8-year-old for a couple days, and then obviously extended it to the wider population of Trinidad and Tobago and how we are preparing our young people. I wanted to touch on him again because I saw a little interview with the young man, Zayden Darius Jr. Calypso, monarch of Trinidad and Tobago, right? We could say the world, we big like that. I don't know any other Calypso competitions. Maybe there are some in maybe the United States or England, somewhere where Calypso is also a genre of music that young people involved in to a great extent, and they may have some competitions, right? But our champ this year, and all of the young children are absolute champions, right? Go on YouTube, please. Let the children as well be exposed to the topics and the wisdom and guidance that they shared in their calypsos. Everything had substance, right? So I'm listening to the interview with this young man, this 8-year-old, and his mother also shares the interview, and it is clear, it is extremely clear to me when I hear the mother speak, where this young man is getting some of his inspiration, some of his direction, and also some of his skills from. And it was clear to me from the time I listened to her, and she was speaking about also him being inspired by Kitchener and him wanting to do a tribute to Kitchener in Calypso. So we get two inspirations there. And then if there was any doubt, when the young man spoke, you know, he explicitly said, "My mother sings Calypso. And every time I hear her sing, it inspires me to sing." Right? Listen very carefully. The interview is on Facebook, maybe YouTube as well. And, you know, he went on, "It inspires me to sing." And he absolutely enjoys what he does. So for excellence to be achieved with our next generation, we as adults now, we need to inspire our young people. And the greats that exist now in the Calypso sphere, I think really I know the older generation gone. You all watch the finals list. I think King Luther and Twiggy are the only two, Ricky Jai as well. But it's a whole new generation. And they must now aspire, put in the energy, put in the work to produce excellence like Kitsch. To produce excellence, to set a new standard again for the next generation to look up to be inspired by. And now it is very much like the Rashoti I song that I constantly refer to. The next generation, the current generation, is a reflection of that which has gone before. And we could either work hard on the substance of ourselves and improve the next generation, or we could drop the baton. We could be careless and selfish and not pay attention and be indisciplined and mediocre. We could do that and drop the baton and fail the next generation, so that they now in this race of life have to come and pick it up on the ground and then start to run when others are miles ahead, when life itself has gone before us. This boy's mother, and I'm interested to see how she sings as well. Maybe she may not be the Kitchener or the Sparrow or the Calypso Rose or whoever, maybe she won't reach that pinnacle. But her excellent effort and guidance would inspire a next generation, her son, maybe to become even greater than. Imagine that, if possible, eh? Imagine that. But all records can be broken. Even Usain Bolt's record, you never know. Right? We thought at one point Michael Johnson and others, their records would never be broken, but they have been. And this is the task that we have. We may look at our past and we may not have that inspiration because someone dropped the baton for us. Someone did not put in that inspiration or that guidance. Someone absconded from their responsibility.
A young man supposed to pick up a piece of you?
But we must now then pick up ourselves if we have not been given that baton straight in our hands, and catch up as much as we can catch up. May I excuse 1 second? Apologies there. So that challenge now maybe before some of us. Whoever went before us may not have given us that baton, may have set a bad example for us. We may have been exposed to abuse, lack of care, a real poor example. But if we know better now, if we have seen better in other examples, we have to break that cycle that took place, and we have to try to be better. How many times have we heard men and women say, you know, I went through some things and I don't want my children to go through those things, so I am going to be better. And that breaks a cycle of failure, and then uplifts the individual in the present, but also uplifts the next individual to come who is looking up at that person. We are the ones who have the capacity to lift our society and to lift our families and lift ourselves. Once you have life now, even if generations before in your lineage or whatever were ignorant, violent, backward, whatever, you now have the opportunity not to continue that cycle of negative or backwardness, but to uplift yourself and then set an example for the next generation that may come forth from you. And even if they don't directly come forth from you in terms of your lineage, your birth being from you in that way, but that next generation looking at you. So we are aware in our society that there are people who have dropped the ball for some one reason or the next. We are aware also of the external factors that pull people in a negative direction. Because, yes, your parents raising you as well. Your parents are setting an example, etc. But boy, as one of the young people sang in the Calypso, Junior Calypso Monarch competition, turn down your phone, you know, you're looking at your phone and it have these images of these people and their lives and what they're doing, and that is you looking at that screen. It's so bad now. Sometimes our young people not even looking at us. They're in our presence. Our children sometimes are in our presence, and instead of them looking at us, talking to us, patterning our behavior, they pattern our behavior consciously and subconsciously. Instead of them patterning our behavior, they're not even paying attention to us, but they're looking at somebody else and something else and patterning that behavior on that screen. We have to be very, very aware, conscious of what is taking place. The statements that I make, the little short things, some things that I say, my young children already say them. And sometimes other people point it out to you. In the same tone, in the same pitch sometimes, although those things are a little more innate. don't worry that. I would say that sometimes, and my my 8-year-old, my 6-year-old saying, don't worry with that, just like that, when confronted with a situation that is similar. Our children are watching us. And that's a good thing, but it is a heavy responsibility. As a young man in the political arena as well, thinking clearly about where I want my country to go and the direction, I looking on. And I looking on at the behavior. A certain mama guy and gimmicks in this carnival time is the carnival is the show before the show. Cause the next show coming just now, right? Or this part is the pre-show. And I'm watching the behavior. What the behavior is. Appearance after appearance to give the perception that they love people and our culture in Trinidad and Tobago. They put on a pin on their shoulder. The pushing steel band. The pushing steel band. They, oh God, every photo opportunity they could get with somebody who they think could give them a little mileage. And I mean, I'm a young person relatively, and I'm looking on. Is that the behavior that I'm supposed to pattern and try to give that impression and mama guy people? So much so that, you know, genuinely, I have friends and colleagues in the industry, peers, and I love certain aspects of our culture. I love certain aspects. There are some things that are not my cup of tea. I will leave that alone. But there are some things that I love about our culture. And then I, just not to fall into that category, sometimes I would genuinely, you know, have a moment with whoever, and I wouldn't publicize it because I don't want to be like that. We are responsible for our society. We, every single one of us who has reached the stage of adulthood, we now have the responsibility to break the cycles of stupidity, of ignorance, of abuse, of whatever we faced. We now have that responsibility. And it's tough. It's tough sometimes because it's ingrained in us. We have seen it. We believe that that is the way that we are supposed to behave. Sometimes, even though we know it's not the way we're supposed to behave, it is there ingrained as a response. Our first response is ingrained in us, and now we have to wipe off that hard drive and correct it manually, because the default setting is nonsense. But the hope is that if we reset ourselves and we become better and practice it, then those looking on at us, the next generation, will be programmed in a better way. And by default, then they will be better. The madness that we see is us, a reflection of us. And for the life of me, for the sake of God, I don't understand why or how the leaders of our society who use our wealth to encourage all sorts of things, to persuade people politically, to incentivize behavior and music and culture and all sorts of other things in their favor, don't use that ability and resource and power to influence the society in a positive way. Or maybe they don't want that positivity. Maybe they don't want that positive change, constructive thought, strengthening of families and individuals so that they can come forward and be productive and lift Trinidad and Tobago to a better place. I wonder. Y'all got to tell me what really the agenda is. Some of y'all might know what the agenda for us citizens, for human beings, what that agenda is. Right? All you tell me, because I don't get it. Or maybe the destruction of the human being is part of their policy. Maybe they like the fact, or they can control the human that is not strong, not intellectually strong, economically strong, conscious. Maybe they can manipulate the human being that is not that. So they don't want whole human beings. Maybe they just want the shell. Maybe they just want our time and our effort and our hands to pull this and push that and drive here and turn this wheel and pick this cotton. And that's it. Maybe. But we have to think about it. We as human beings who should love ourselves, who should love our next generation, who should love our children enough to make that effort to change ourselves. We need to think about it clearly. So as we come to the break, to pay the little bills with the ads, etc., you all think about it. Take a little moment to reflect and think how we as adults can improve ourselves to improve the present and the future. Engage your young ones. Engage your children in this conversation and this topic. Alright, so we'll be back from the ad shortly. Stay locked on.
Attention business owners. Are you looking to reach a vast audience and boost your brand's visibility? Then look no further. The Street 919 FM is here to help you shine. With over 170,000 followers on our social media platforms, our radio station is the perfect platform to showcase your products and services. Join us and let your message be heard by thousands of eager listeners. Contact us now to learn more about our affordable advertising packages. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to connect with your target audience. Advertise with the Street 919 FM today. For more information, call 399-5959, 384-2232 or 378-1470.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we.
Let's go pay some bills on the street 919 FM.
To Caribbean Airlines, so many places to go. Come let me go. Oh. Everybody taking a jump in us one. Come take away. There we go. Come let me go. Oh. Every island taking a one Caribbean Airlines. Tell them home is where the heart is. Take a jump up and wave. Tell them home is where the heart is. This is how we live. Tell them home is where the heart is. Caribbean Airlines is home wherever you go. Where the oil drum make a big sound, we go lift the energy. Like a jump jump, look we oil down all the way family.
We never alone when we go on road. Away from we home is like we never leave home. Here we come on soon, islands to the bone. This vibe cannot postpone.
Tell them home is where the heart is. Take a jump up and wave. Tell them home is where the heart is. This is how we live. Tell them home is where the heart is. Caribbean Airlines is home wherever you go.
The Calabash Corner Carnival Edition is coming to Street 91.9 FM each and every Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon with your host, yours truly, Wendy. From entertainment protocol and etiquette to tips for the young artists and even the season ones. Then the Power Hour where we review carnival events with you, the patrons. Tune in to the #1 station for culture and log on to the Facebook and YouTube Live at Street 919 FM. This is our culture. Let's nurture it. For further information and sponsored segments, call or WhatsApp 269-3567. The Calabash Corner is here.
To Caribbean Airlines, so many places to go. Come let me go. Oh. Everybody taking a jump in us one. Come take away. There we go. Come let me go. Oh. Every island taking a one Caribbean Airlines. Tell them home is where the heart is. Take a jump up and wave. Tell them home is where the heart is. This is how we live. Tell them home is where the heart is. Caribbean Airlines is home wherever you go. Where the oil drum make a big sound, we go lift the energy. Like a jump jump, look we oil down all the way family.
We never alone when we go on road. Away from we home is like we never leave home. Here we come on soon, islands to the bone. This vibe cannot postpone.
Tell them home is where the heart is. Take a jump up and wave. Tell them home is where the heart is. This is how we live. Tell them home is where the heart is. Caribbean Airlines is home wherever you go.
Tuco presents the Kaiso Dynasty, a new global experience of calypso music. Radisson Hotel, Wrightson Road, with a dynamic collection of stars featuring G.I., Gypsy, the Calypso Princess, Karine Ashe, Brother Easy, Reese and Nell, Mark Pear, Dakota Francis, Ricky Jai, Poser, Tazea O'Connor, Tara Lawrence, Sister Ava, Young Poser, Trelden Lean, MCs Errol Fabian, Alan the Entertainer, and Pelf. Backed by Kern Somerville and the Sensational Band. Chorus by the Kaiso Dynasty Divas. Opening night, Thursday, 13 February. Showtime, 8 p.m. Tickets, $200. 2-for-1 special, $300 and $350 special reserve. Tickets available on islandetickets.com, Tuco's head office in Woodbrook, and at the Radisson box office. Purchase your tickets at Crosby St. James, Simon's Musical Supplies, WAC Radio, Tuco's head office, or Tuco Zonal Zones, and selected Better Deal supermarkets. The Kaiso Dynasty, formerly Kaiso House, presented by Tuco. The Kaiso Dynasty, the new global experience where calypso and culture come alive.
2 competitions, 1 night. Prepare yourselves for the Senior Kings and Queens semi-finals and the Junior Kings and Queens finals. Wednesday, February 26th from 7 p.m. Carnival City, Queens Park, Savannah. We invite you to a presentation for mass lovers of all ages. Our Junior and Senior Kings and Queens will compete as creative energy fills the air. Get your general tickets for only $100 and reserved for only $150 at Extra Foods nationwide, Grandstand Ticket Booth, and online at islandetickets.com. This event is presented by the National Carnival Commission and the TTCBA, supported by Lifestyle, Motor, Caribbean Airlines, First Citizen, B Mobile, Dasani, and TTT.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282 or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
The presence of oxygen is absolutely the absence of disease. Most chronic diseases that plague us are not happening to us, but is happening within us. We're literally eating ourselves to death, which means we're not living longer, we're dying longer. Join fitness expert Aloy Johnson, the founder of the healthiest corner on earth, located at number 92 East Drive, Chamfleur, every Wednesday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. live on The Street 919 FM, where he shows you that healing the body's temple is easier than anyone would have led you to believe.
Planning your Tobago getaway? Choose the highest Google-rated car rental company on the island, O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago. Located just minutes from the A&R Robinson International Airport, at O'Neill, we pride ourselves on being the most tech-savvy car rental company in Tobago. Our process is 100% digital. No paperwork, no long lines. From easy pickup to seamless returns, renting a car in Tobago has never been simpler. WhatsApp us now at 1-868-361-1042 to book your vehicle. Don't forget to mention promo code RADIO2 to receive a 5% discount on your rental. Send a WhatsApp message to 1-868-361-1042 today. That's 1-868-361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago, the easiest, most reliable car rental experience on the island.
Vehicle availability is subject to change. Driver must be at least 25 years old and have a valid driver's license to book. For more information, visit www.rentalcartobago.com.
Are you searching for the perfect venue for your wedding reception, company retreat, graduation celebration, or just an unforgettable party? Well, look no further. Vibes Event Space is ready to bring your event to life. Located at number 15 Mount Pleasant Boulevard, Bonaccord, Tobago. Our space offers the perfect settings for any occasion. Call us today at 394-3612 or 620-3057 to book your date. And don't forget to follow us on social media at Vibes Event Space to see what we're all about. Make your next event one to remember at Vibes the Event Space. The Event Space.
When the carnival pace pick up, Royal Castle is the most tasty and convenient stop.
Welcome to Royal Castle's drive-thru.
Whether we head into the beach with chicken buckets and sides, having a house line with all the combos and sandwiches, or we stop by the castle to eat before the fete. Royal Castle local flavor is always part of the carnival.
Street919fm.com, the official station that defends the nation.
And good morning again to Trinidad and Tobago. Spread the news, share the program with your friends. Mondays to Thursdays from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. 91.9 FM. You could also find us on YouTube, IWER TV. We are streaming live, so if you want a visual with the audio as well, because technology is, we have reached a stage of connectability or that we are able to all over Trinidad and Tobago utilize Wi-Fi, etc., and get onto our social media, YouTube, etc. So even if you don't have a radio wherever you are, you could tune in, right? And still get your tasks done. And we productive as well. We are productive as much as possible. So Mr. Zayden Darius King is Calypso Monarch, right? You crown him, right, King? Congratulations again to you, to your mother, right? Because we're recognizing the effort of his mother. To his mother, congratulations to you. You're a queen. You have created a king. I didn't go into it deeply. I just saw that short interview as well. So I don't have more on his family or maybe his father or whatever else. So I just, based on what I know, congratulating her as well. Right? Congratulating her as well for what she is producing, for her effort in inspiring this young man. And I'm sure that in the future, and I'm sure even now among his peers and stuff, he also would be inspiring some children. He would be inspiring some young people to get involved in the arts. And I'm sure in the future he's going to sing other songs that will direct young people, older people, to conscious thought and excellent behavior. Let us shape our society in a better way by shaping ourselves. There are some elders who are accustomed to this program or accustomed to programs at this hour, and some of them I've seen their ability to continue on with me. To continue on with something a little bit different. Because I think before a lot on this hour was a lot it was interesting in a different way. And some of them, even though it has changed a bit, some of our elders, some of good morning Chief and good morning Mother and other people who still have been able to work with us, to come to reason. I don't know if this is one. And then new people, of course, have joined us as well. Good morning, caller.
A pleasant good morning to you, Fuad.
And to you as well, morning.
This is the day that the Lord had made. Let us continue to rejoice and be exceedingly glad on it through all the changing seasons of life. We will have trials and tribulation, but we have to still hang on to the hem of his garment. I want to join it to the same congratulations to that toddler. No, he ain't no toddler. He's a little boy, 11 years, 8 years.
Yeah, but 8, you know.
8 years old. My God and my Redeemer. If he should go into his academics, it's what they call it education, and like that, he's a winner, you know. He's a good Calypsonian and a good one at that. And as you say, Calypso will never die. So I pray long life for that youth. And we have to congratulate Luther too. I think it's Luther who wrote that Calypso for him.
Yeah,
and
correct.
You know that, right?
Yeah, correct, yeah. It's Luther that wrote.
The mentoring of his mother. Boy, you have people behind him. But son, I want you to still concentrate on your education. You know? Because you could be a good Calypsonian and a don't see. And they don't work like that. It have to go together, you know? So he could, let me tell you, Father, I want to be honest with you. That child sings better Calypso than some of the adult, the older Calypsonians sing. Trust me on that. I listen to Calypsos. I ain't gonna say, people are gonna agree with me, but Twiggy's son singing, Twiggy should take a backseat and start to mentor the younger children who want to be Calypsonians. Over 65, guys, you're going to come with that. You know, that what's going to happen? It's like we all beaten up on Marshall going to sit back. Marshall's still a young man to Twiggy. You see what I'm saying? I'm saying that I supporting Marshall right now, you know. But you know, you have to be wise and sensible. And your son, you and your son, come like throughout the whole way with you. To see I going to a party with my son. I wear a short tape and he wear a long pants. Yeah, we're going to be same party and we're whining together. Yeah, my son. I just use him that as a reference, you know. Mother and son in a competition. I don't know, I might be wrong, people that help me here. But I find it's time for people when they reach a certain age. Kenny Rogers give it to us in song. He said, you know, you have to know when to hold, know when to fold, know when to walk away, and know when to run. You understand what I'm saying? I would be so proud to see Piggy have a little class of teaching these children how to sing Calypso and mentoring them. Not coming to fight up and pulling up your outer clothes to show your body. Yeah, that was purpose for me as an elder. And she's not as old as I am. But she's getting there. I would be grown when she be my age. But at the same time, I don't think and I want to support. I know all some of them good in, but you see, Terry Lyons and my son by another mother, Helon Francis, them is my horses. I mean, Helon is a gem of a Calypsonian. But people don't want that, they want it wine and jam. I've gone with that because I did the big on the road, and a lot of people don't like me. But I stand for truth. Okay, Truad, you have a blessed day. Take care.
All right, thank you very, very much. Yeah, good morning, Senator Helon Francis, right? Let me call the more important title, Calypsonian Helon Francis. Then Senator could come after, right? Good morning, caller.
Good morning, caller.
Morning.
Yes, good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. God bless our nation. And good morning to the leaders of our country, all of them who are in charge of leadership or who in leadership position. Take care of the people. First of all, take care of yourself and take care of the country. Okay. Yeah, I did not hear you earlier, but I want to say congratulations to the child and his family and of course his mom. You know, because I heard her interview, interesting. And we had an event in church, Fuad, and I saw two young children, a girl and a boy, and they performed very, very well. So I know we have talent in this country, and it's not just the adults. So congratulations. And you know what? They're in school and they're doing well. So I want to say congratulations to the family and take care of the children. Good morning.
Good morning to you as well, and thank you. You cannot be a good Calypsonian and be Duncy. It would not work together. And Mr. Zayden Darius, at 8 years old, I could already see he bright, and as the command of language to a certain extent at his tender age as well. Go ahead, caller. Good morning.
Yeah, morning.
Morning.
Yeah, morning. Totally. I'm to the house. I hear a caller just a while ago talking about some Calypsonians at a certain time in their life, they should be mentor onto the young generation, right? Towards promoting culture in Trinidad. But that's too big. That is what I was telling you the other day. I was building an entertainment place because it does have so much youth that fetch me from styles, my different style. I could sing anything, soca, reggae, dancehall, anything, right? And look, the other night I practicing, the whole half of the village, all them youth, when they hear me from a distance, run close by me and take over my session, my practice, in the mic and allow them. And if I did get through this entertainment place, that was my vision. But, you know, as I'm telling you, as a molding man who create molding in Trinidad, I started getting real licks with competition with outsiders. And, you know, a lot of men, well, I cannot take a back seat. No one again I'm going to look for something because I don't try age already. You know what I'm saying? But that is a real big thought because if the government, they do like Edward Tiaga, when Bob Marley them had the interview, they say the government who helped them promote Jamaican music in the forefront. We could have do that in Trinidad here. That music is more than oil to make money if it's properly harnessed. You see, when you're singing, you doesn't have time to really market yourself or study the management. You know, you can't sing and manage yourself. It'll be too much. It'll be too much. You just need somebody on the forefront, like management, who's seeking the interest of the artist, and then we'll have something we could sell in Trinidad here to the world because the European nation need peace. They need love. They need that kind of spirit. And they just only get it from African people and African music. When you watch Queen Omega, right? Queen Omega on almost all my recordings as a backup singer. Not only she, this big soca artist, I forgot how they call she is. This girl, oh gosh, I can't remember the name. But all of them sing for me, right? When I was young, singing soca and all kind of things. And they're real big now, but they still need a help, you know. If you or somebody else who into politics and them kind of thing could get that vision and see that is the reason why them youth killing one another. They're hungry. They only sitting down studying music. Music is so much to study to create new energies in the spirit now. Right? It just take plenty out of a youth, man. From young I sing and me make no money and I still sing. You know, so I have 20 grandchildren. I say, boy, if I build an entertainment, please, them and others to go learn. Right? But then when you don't have no money, you can't do nothing. And politicians don't see these things as a vision. They don't see it as the normal small people how to see that. You know, so thanks for listening.
Thanks, man. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Hello.
Yeah, man. I hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. Good morning to you and yours. Good morning to TNT. As I want to start off by saying my quote. It is written on my gate. I'm good as any, better than many, and not controlled by any. And I say that something that you were saying earlier, that nobody, I have a spirit of discernment. So I will listen to the philosophers, the politician, the theologian, all who teach and all of that. But at the end of the day, I direct, I make the choice I make. I choose the direction I want to follow. And that is how I am in my life. So yes, but I will keep an open ears to everyone. But at the end of the day, the choices I make is my decision. But one thing I have to tell you, you start off a program with this morning, and that thing was bothering me whole night. That caller who called yesterday, who said they're on the way to work, and they doesn't want to listen to certain people calling who they retire now, and are sure they don't pay for the house, and they don't have to get up in the morning and hustle to go to work. And I had to listen to all you only defending a wicked government, or you use the term wicked, or only defending a government that thing they. But let me tell you something. We work hard. We get what we get by saving money in Susu, in that credit union, Southeastern in Sour Market. We save money in Penny Bank, in Central Market. We work 10 days. We work construction work, building all the schools and hospitals that they are enjoying now. Getting up early in the morning and going to work. So all I want to say, the people, not exactly to the caller because I don't like to respond directly to people, is your turn now. Let we sit down, Joey pension, and the house that we work hard for building brick by brick, toting every material up a hill. Your turn now. So don't complain. Safuad.
Yeah, man.
Have a good day, sir.
Yeah. And you as well. Have a blessed day.
Yeah.
And I think people may misunderstand or not sometimes grasp the sentiment sometimes of the younger people in a society. And I can probably speak to some of that sentiment because I am around that age range as well, where we are now building our families. We have hopes and aspirations, but we also have really important responsibilities in front of us. And we want a society where it is possible. It is possible economically and socially for us to fulfill those responsibilities. And it becomes extremely frustrating when you have serious issues like cost of living and our leaders asking us to really curtail our desires from the society, but in a very hypocritical manner, they are enjoying the perks of the society to a greater extent. You know, so sometimes the conflict between the generations come when we see our elders, and it's a notion that we have. We feel that some of the elders are stuck in supporting things that they are accustomed to or traditional towards, but it is not serving our generation, and we are not satisfied at this point in time with the direction that it's supposed to go. And they are supporting that for whatever reasons, and we ask them sometimes, and the responses are not satisfactory. And we are now subjected to their decisions, even though we have other desires. You know, I think that is part of the tension sometimes that exists between the generations. But at the same time, we absolutely thank our elders for the efforts that they have made and building Trinidad and Tobago and keeping it the way that it is, right? We thank them still. Go ahead, caller. Morning.
Oh, blessed morning, Fuad.
Morning, brother.
Give thanks to life, man. You must say congratulations to all the youths and them, the Calypsonians and them now. They have it in good hands. But for a caller make a contribution yesterday. He get up this morning to talk about the caller contribution.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that, man. Nothing wrong with that, man. I have no problem with that. There are some things that they may not have gotten the opportunity to speak about yesterday, so they come in today. Yeah, man.
But we give all the youth and the flowers and them this morning. They'll continue with the soca and the calypso and keep it alive.
Yeah, man. Blessings. Blessings. Thank you very much. Man. Right, so there sometimes are little conflicts between generations, and the generation before may be loyal sometimes politically to something that in this time does not carry the same ideology or substance, or that the younger generation does not believe is working enough for them. You know, so sometimes you get that little tension. Good morning, caller. Go ahead.
Yes. I don't know what I'm getting my feedback to. So, you know, a lot of people, we don't know their profile, but they complain. And if they would tell us their situation, maybe we can advise them on how to be successful, how to go ahead and progress in life. Yeah, but to blame somebody or everybody for your situation, it's not good. I'm seeing a lot of people with gold chain and they say they're poor, right? They have a gun and killing their brothers, 15 bullets, because I get induced, you know, from a children place. But they are poor. We need to help those people because I think they need to go forward in a better way in life. They're thinking, they're living. Because somebody has a plan, you don't have one. Is that a problem with you? Well, no, you have to get that out of your system. Because somebody has a big house and you don't, and you have a small one. You have a problem with that? You have to get that out of your system. Right? If you want that, you have to work. If you want that, you have to work and you have to do legal things. You have to listen to authority that obey the law. Don't obey the gang leader. When you cannot sleep at night, you cannot think fully, right? But the government who's offering you everything, you have a problem with that. So let us know your profile and maybe we can take care.
Yeah, thank you very much. I might just bring you a little up to speed. Many of those gold chains that you see, they ain't gold. Also, the boss or whoever is the boss, as is tradition in societies, even our Western society here where we pattern, the mayor has his gold chain. I don't know what it confers on them, status or whatever position. These implements and these expensive things supposedly confer status. It is the status that individuals who may not feel themselves worthy, as Chief said, right? Better than any, that they try to then get status by putting on these things, because wealth is seen as status and is pushed as a part of status within our society. But for those who are in communities struggling economically, Mom, no, there's not real goal. Maybe the boss, you borrow a chain, maybe, but no, it's just a small, very, very small group of people. The majority don't have those things. You know, many of them have extreme difficulty feeding themselves and by extension, if they have any responsibility. For a matter of fact, it is that poverty that leaves a young person susceptible to someone else to exploit and take advantage of them, to send them to do evil, heinous, really, things that a human being should not do. It is poverty of mind, poverty of spirit, and also economic poverty that drives individuals sometimes to do really, really, really terrible things. Right? So, and no, in the structure of our society, we are not doing enough to take these young people away from the position where they are susceptible. They are falling through the cracks mentally in terms of that type of education. They are falling through the cracks spiritually, and also economically. We are sometimes not even just leaving them, we've putting them in a position of poverty because the society in its structure to some extent is extremely geared towards exploitation, right? So I just want us to understand those wider concepts as well, but do not be exploited. Don't let anybody take advantage of you and send you to do things that you should not do. Believe in the Creator, have faith, work, try, look, work, ask for help. That's better for you, right? All right, I'll take the call. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead, Mom.
I know you were responding to me concerning the jewelry.
Yeah.
And you talk about status. I wouldn't know the value because I cannot look at it and just say that. Even a pawn shop, they don't just watch it like that and say this is the value or this is the goal. It is tested. So I can't know, but you are displaying that. Not you who are, but person who wear it. And that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
you have a status. How you are able to acquire that?
Yeah, but I'm telling you, it's not real. The majority of it is not real. The boss would have some that are real because he has a little bit more economically, but in general, among the lower classes.
In acquiring that?
Sorry?
How he gets in that position in acquiring that to put it on them?
Yeah, so we know what goes on, whatever contracts in the poor communities, whatever other things that people use that they sell.
I would like to get, let's say, somebody from Moban, because we're looking at places that people look at people with determined. Lavender and the hill, well, not all the Lavender people, and Beacom, and other areas. Just one, if you can get one from each area to come on your program and tell us about their economic situation and how to get there. Let me tell you this. There's this guy who does little gardening for me now when I need the place cleaner. He has a 29-year-old son. He works, not the son, the father. But the father said he had to ask him to leave. He has a phone all day. He does nothing around the house. But then he decided to go on rent. Why couldn't he give the father that money? But now he wants to come back home because he can't pay the rent. Who's responsible for that? Him or the society? Should the government be taking taxpayers' money to give to somebody like that? If you can't take care of yourself and your family home, can you take care of anything else? If you cannot take care of yourself, you cannot take care of somebody. If you can't take care of or manage your money, you cannot manage my money. Simple as that for us. We cannot allow people to be blaming other people for wrongdoing of another individual. Right? all they do is want. The father saying when told me, he told him, you're not coming back home because you do nothing home and you do not contribute to other things in the house financially. Right? And that's it.
All right, yeah. Thanks. I hope that with that specific situation as well, that, you know, if it's a hard lesson, that the young man learns the hard lesson and is able to improve his mindset and that's the situation. Morning, brother. Go ahead.
Yes. Good morning, I'm brother Abubakar. And good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. This morning I'm coming to work 2 days because I wasn't around. So I don't have feedback. You're getting that bit? I don't have feedback.
Just move away from your radio if you're close, and I'll lower the monitor as well.
All right, okay. I listened to your program this morning because I wasn't around for 2 days, so I didn't get a chance to really listen. But I like how you're doing the conversation with the little child and the parent to show well the encouragement of knowledge and things. It growing in the sense that, and even that the calypso in itself, the form, the art form and thing really developing, because you can hear the kind of music that plays nowadays. It's more on an advanced stage, right? But what I want to step in here too is that knowing where you is a person who is dealing with God-like consciousness, and I use the word God-like consciousness. And I want to put a question to us as human beings, really. The word we call G-O-D. We have a problem with it where I don't know how much people will answer to it, but the word G-O-D, it don't identify an entity. It don't identify an identity of a creator or someone who or something that. What it identifies is sovereignty, supremacy. It have a supreme. It is a supreme name or a word, but it doesn't have an entity to it. Now I go through the philosophical state of plenty of these things, and the only true identity or entity I see that is so necessary to the human existence. If you want to use the word compliment, exist or existence, okay, go ahead. But truth, the word they call Truth, that is the supreme name of the word they call G-O-D. G-O-D has it has no entity to it. Truth is the entity to G-O-D. And unless the human himself actually realize an entity of a God so serious that it minds to actually realize the what in existence that is God, he will be lost in himself. He will be in an illusion world because he knows not neither himself. So it's about time now that the world now come to know one God, G-O-D Supreme, and that word is supposed to be truth. The existence is truth. To exist is truth. Every word that comes sound like reality out of the mouth or to the mouth of anybody, you know, boy, that is the truth, boy. Truth exists to the tip top of all languages. Communication is a word that's close to it because you cannot live without communicating. Take these words and know them. Know that in the world that you live where we must eventually
one supreme name of a God that each mind understand. Take them and know them. The supreme name of that supreme word of God, which have no entity. The supreme word is truth. And communication is a key rights to all existence, to achieve conscious living in the existence. That piece of conversation must stay there within here. Hoping that every human mind understand the truth about what I just said, the truth about what I just said. Every time we talk the truth, know that they move the word from truth and put God, and God has no entity. But truth has one. Because each mind know what is truth when he feel the pain of reality. Each mind. I close that day with Abu Bakr. I close that day till and today. Hope, be conscious, stand in the whole human existence, no truth. TRUTH, truth. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your contribution. Right, so we have to be conscious as well. We speak about individual responsibility, which definitely exists, and we ask individuals, as we were asking them this morning, to make that conscious effort to improve yourself, and by extension you will be improving the next generation who is looking towards you, looking at you and patterning your behavior. But at the same time, there are external factors that create our societal realities as well, and we have to be aware of them and create that best situation that really gives way to the society moving forward. I'll take the call. We just have a minute and a half though. Good morning, caller.
Yes, sir. Peace be unto you, my brother. Yesterday, a caller news. Boy, I'm getting a terrible feedback. Are you hearing me?
I'm hearing you loud and clear.
All right, good. A caller called in and said, "Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words could never harm me." That's the kind of diet we were brought up on, but it's quite false. Because there's another saying, words cast spells. For example, every time, 90% of the time we answer the phone, we say hello. But why are you telling me hell is low? Huh? That's what we're basically doing. Hell is low. Then just now the caller was talking about an entity for God. Well, I am God. When you look in the mirror, you see me God. Then nobody else answer with prayers. Anyway, my brother, you keep on doing a great job. The only thing that limiting us is this English language that we use. They say I tell a man I get a new car, but the car is a PM 4042, but I just get it. You understand? Have a blessed day, my brother. It's a matrix.
All right. Yeah. Thank you very much. It is indeed a matrix. All right. We'll take the short Royal Castle break and we'll be back.
This road march is being brought to you by Royal Castle. Our culture, our taste.
Questions. Why me? Why me? I fight an alter ego. She will go on the streets. Anytime she hears certain thing, well, she just turn in a freak. Lucy want to let go. She will go on the prowl. Next thing they know, them making circle when she enter the crowd and the ballin'. Hello, why Miss Lucy? 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 Have a chip in she brain, whether drunk or she sober. She bubbling and she bubbling and she bubbling, bending over. She doing it and she doing it and she doing it again. She doing it and she doing it. If I hear the calling she name. she start. That the send right up to she heart. Number one on the whining chart. Legs them standing at ease. Shaking it like it's leaves. Falling from what on trees. She bending left and she bending right and she bending 90 degrees. I'm fighting alter ego. She will go on the streets. Anytime she hears certain thing, well she does turn in a freak. Lucy want to let go. She will go on the prowl. Next thing they know them making circle when she enter the crowd and they ballin'. Hello, why Miss Lucy? 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 Have a chip in she brain. Whether drunk or she sober, she bubbling and she bubbling and she bubbling, bending over. She doing it and she doing it and she doing it as again. She doing it and she doing it. If I get a call and she name. Who can stop Lucy now? 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 Who can control she now? I'm fighting alter ego. She will go on the streets. Anytime she hears certain thing, well she does turn in a freak. Lucy want to let go. She will go on the prowl. Next thing they know them making circle when she enter the crowd and they ballin'. Hello, why Miss Lucy? 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 Have a chip in she brain. Whether drunk or she sober, she bubbling and she bubbling and she bubbling, bending over. She doing it and she doing it and she doing it as again. She doing it and she doing it. If I hear the call and she name. All my life I had to fight.
That road march was brought to you by Royal Castle. Our culture, our taste.
And right, we're back. Our culture, our taste, right, Royal Castle. There are things that we are responsible for, and we must do our best to fulfill as human beings. But in that in itself, we also spoke about the effect of our elders and the examples, our parents, and then us, we that come forth from them. And we were speaking about Mr. Zayden Darius, only 8 and so great, Junior Calypso Monarch, you know, champion. And rightly so. I know they didn't give him it because he's the youngest contestant or anything like that, you know. He bring it. Right? And I'm here and we're talking, and you know, another great has joined us on the live, a Calypso Monarch King. Right? And his son is also a Calypso Monarch King. Sorry, he could sing a little better than you. I know if you was the voice you had it when you was younger and as you get a little older or whatever, right? But I see in his presentation a lot of times his father. And that greatness, that attention and work that he puts in, because the boy does put into his music. I'm not talking about Darius alone, I'm talking about Mr. O'Connor Jr. You could see that he has patterned greatness in his calypso, in his he has perfected, he's working towards perfection. He has worked. So when we look at our society, it is because in the whole picture we have worked and set that example for the other generation to come. And if we are conscious, we would understand that where there are shortcomings in our society, shortcomings in our brothers and our sisters, we have to help and make up for those shortcomings. Because we all affected, because we all in one space, is one humanity. We can't just say that we doing our job in our space with our families, and well, that's not my responsibility, and whatever happen there and whatever. No, we will be affected. That is why Calypso, culture, art form, leadership examples are so important for the whole society. Because we are aware that some of us would not have that example directly from parents. Some of us actually have a negative example. So those who know and have the ability and are on a part of constructive, productive positivity, we now have to reach out to others who are not so much on that path and help them across. That is our wider responsibility. That is what it means to lead. To set the bar. To set the standard. To set that standard. To inspire others. To lift up those who really, really need that helping hand. We think that those going astray in our society need to be destroyed and crushed and discarded and whatever. That is what we think. Nah, man. Nah. They need to be helped. They need to be turned around. And the next generation, we need and we have a responsibility to protect them so that they now don't follow the negative path. And we, as a society, have the capacity. We have the capacity. We have the culture, the arts, the music, the incentives, all of the other things to convince people to go in a certain direction. Just look at the politics. And we have to apply it to the betterment of our society. There's never enough time. Again, congratulations to the junior monarch. And we'll continue tomorrow. Blessings.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the Street 919 FM.
Touch yourself. Vibes get done, data get done, minutes get done, speed get done. Digital is the real number one. Switch on done, hurry up and come cause while you're waiting, everybody online speeding. Full fast to the top, yeah we leading. Digital have it luck and you need to